Hey, how's it going? It's Rob Nolan here in Spain, spending some time with my family near Barcelona. And I thought it was a great opportunity to put some more lessons out there. And in this first one, I thought I'd just show you how to make a chord sound Spanish. So flamenco music is a wonderful music, and it's a big influence of mine. But in this lesson, I can show you a really easy trick where you can make a chord sound flamenco, or make it sound Spanish. So if you take the E down the bottom, we all probably know that you can just slide that up one fret. And you got that kind of Spanishy sound. So if you didn't know that, then just try that out. It's good fun. You can just go. Right. So that's a Spanishy. Now, if you take a bar chord, for example, the A one here, on the 5th fret, then all you've got to do is extend the pinky, and then you've got the Spanish sound. And that note there is the flat 9, it's the B flat, which goes over A, so you got instead of, right? So that's easy enough. That's the Spanish chord. So then the other thing is, where do you actually use it? A chord like that, when I'm playing a tune like Bossa Dorado, or Sephora, so a Latin tune, I would use it just at the end of the progression. So just before you're going to go back to the home key D minor, you'll throw the A Spanish in. I'll show you what it sounds like. So you come in, I'll play the last A of Bossa Dorado, okay? So we're going along like this. E7. Right, so I'll just throw it in right at the end there. I'll do the same on Sephora. So if you come in at the end of Sephora, you're going to go. You got the B7 there, but the Spanish sound 7. And you want to try and give it a flick if that's possible with the right hand. Yeah, so it just sounds right. I'll play a little bit more for Sephora, and I'll throw that B7 in, the Spanish one, and see what it sounds like. Okay, so I'm going. That's where you're putting the chord in. Another place you can put it in, if you're playing dark eyes and you've got that A7, you can make A7, you can take the diminished chord here on the 2nd fret, so that's the diminished chord on the 2nd fret, and that's already got that flat 9, so that's like that. And then a nice effect you can do with the pinky is go, pull off the pinky onto the top E there, go. Continue that up every 3 frets, so you could go. That sounds kind of nice. So if you're in dark eyes, chord there, and then when you get to the A7 at the beginning of the progression, you can go. That D minor there I'm using is just the. So dark eyes might go. You could go. Yeah, so using that for the A7 here, and then giving it that flamenco vibe, which I think goes really well with Gypsy Jazz, you know, the swing music. So there's another example. In Clair de Lune, I use it when you get to that bit where you're hanging on the A7 and you go up to the B flat. This sounds good when you start with the A Spanish, let's call it A Spanish or A flamenco, and then you slide up and just do a normal B flat chord. You keep your pinky still but move the other 3. So Clair de Lune. Place to put the A Spanish chord in there. So yeah, so that's the chord you want to think about. And that's some ideas where you can just add a little bit of flamenco influence into the gypsy jazz music, which I think really works really well. I wrote a song called Mediterranean Blues, which is actually inspired by where I am right now in Spain on the Mediterranean. And I use that chord again there. If any of you know the song, or if you don't, go and check it out, Mediterranean Blues. And there's a bit in the song where it's got the F sharp, the last bit of the song where it starts on F sharp, Spanish, sliding up to G, and it kind of goes. It's got that progression in it. So that really, reeks of that flamenco flavor. So just like here. Or Sephora, B7. Dark eye. So there's some really cool ways you can add a real flamenco flavor into gypsy jazz. I'll see you in the next vid from Spain. Adios.